Hey there, everybody, and welcome to the Ruby Rose live stream here on June 20th. It looks a little bit different today because we're trying out a slightly different location here. We're actually up in the archives today. So it'll probably look a little bit different, and hopefully the light's not too bad on my face there from the window. But we do want to talk about some pretty cool stuff that's going on here at the Row. First and foremost, we're sorry we weren't able to get it done yesterday. The subject we're covering today is a little bit harder to find the pictures of. So we took a little bit to find those. But we are officially open, like I've said before, here at the Row. So we definitely want you guys to come by here, check out what we're doing, and just kind of enjoy what we're doing here at the Row. We do apologize that the video is probably a little jumpy right now. The internet's not the strongest upstairs here. So we'll probably end up trying to do something a little different next week. But like I was saying, here at the Row, we have opened up for the season. We want you guys all to come by and see us. We have some really great exhibits we're doing. And we're actually working on some special items right now to do with some of the local or the media going on right now in the United States. Along with that, of course, we have cat design stuff here still. I'm sure you've seen some of the stuff we posted up on the website or the Facebook page about cat designs. They've been a great partner to us, and they have some really great items. If you're looking for that last minute item for somebody's birthday or a jewelry box for the wife, come swing by and come check us out or check the stuff out. We also have bracelets and earrings. I know my wife has been eyeing a couple of the earrings, even though I don't think her ears are pierced anymore. But she's definitely eyeing a couple of those things. And also some really, really great paintings that have been put together by Chelsea Teeter, the artist from Cat Designs. Along with that, we got all the great books and items that we've had in the Row for the last couple months. And, of course, we actually do have some really cool lamps that we just brought out of storage that are actually working oil lamps that you can put a little bit of essential oils into. And when you put those in there, it'll actually show up as an oil, and they'll burn the oil so you can use them. So today we're going to have a very special start. We're going to be doing a 4-part series about a very special group of 3 ladies here in town known as the Owens Sisters. The Owens Sisters were quite special. The Owens Sisters were Mary Alicia, Luella, and Juliet. They did have a younger sister, and their younger sister went on to become married, had kids, and the family line actually does still continue till today. Here at the Row, we actually do have some great pieces from all 3 of the sisters, some of the books that they wrote. And so what we're going to be doing over the next couple weeks is we're going to be having stories of each of the different women, really breaking down their lives, because they kind of get lumped together as a single unit, and we're going to work on getting their story told as a separate story for each of them. 1 week for Mary Alicia, 1 week for Luella, and 1 week for Juliet. And now you might be asking, okay, if you're going to have 1 week on each, why are we talking today about all 3? Well, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the history that all 3 of them share. All 3 of them, they are probably some of the most notable siblings in America. And they all spent most of their lives living here in St. Joseph. They were born in 1850 for Mary Alicia, 1852 for Luella, and 1859 for Juliet. Like I said, they were born here in St. Joseph. Their grandfather was actually James Cargill. And James Cargill went on to build the first grist mill in St. Joseph and became a very, very successful business. And then his youngest daughter, Agnes, ended up marrying James Owens. And James was a lawyer from Kentucky who moved to Missouri in 1846. And so they got married. He ended up joining his father in the mill business for a short time. And then they ended up becoming partners. And as the family grew, they actually had a total of 5 children. So Mary Alicia was the oldest. And then there was a Luella. And then Herbert, who was their younger brother. Florence, who is kind of the forgotten sister. And then Juliet. They grew up around their parents and their grandparents. Their father had grown children that lived in the area as well. Our grandfather had grown children that lived in the area. And so they spent a lot of time with all of their family and kind of seeing the area. They did grow up on 9th and Jewel Street, which was where their house sat for many, many years. And what was special about their life was when Mary reached school age, there was no public schools. And so she started at private school as the oldest, followed by Luella. But then in 1861, the Civil War happened, and all schools were shut down. So their mother took over their education. So as part of that, they had to deal with a lot of issues during that era. Their grandfather was a known slave owner, and so they were berated by a lot of the Union supporters. So she would continue schooling, and in order for them to be able to go to school, their father actually would send letters to the people in the history or in the area who knew what they were interested in studying. For Juliet, for an example, who ended up becoming an ornithologist, her letters would be sent off to Audubon, and he would actually cover and respond to her letters. So she learned ornithology from James Audubon. Same with Luella here. Her father ordered in copies of what was called the Société du Spelunking magazine from France, and so she learned about geology and spelunking from that area. And so they lived in the area. They learned that way. They lived in such a diverse area that Mary Alicia spent a lot of time around a number of different groups, including Native Americans who would come to the area to trade because Joseph had opened trading there. So that's a little bit about their early lives. Like I said, they went on to do some amazing things that we'll cover in each of the separate weeks about the different women. They lived here until the day they died. Luella died in 1932, Mary in 1935, and Juliet in 1943. All three living at that same house up until that day. So, like I said, that's just a little bit. That's just a little bit about the early history of the Owens sisters. We don't have a lot of information about what happened to their sister or their brother, from what I've seen that we've been able to look up. But we definitely are going to spend some time going over each of them. Next week we'll dig into Mary Alicia's life, a little bit about what she did, what she wrote, and why they were so important to American history. The week after that we'll cover Luella and all the amazing things that she did and some of the discoveries that she made that have kind of transformed our country as a whole. And then we'll go into the story of Juliet and some of her amazing things that she did with animals, as well as some art that you may have seen from her that you don't necessarily attribute to Miss Juliet Owens. So that's a little bit about what we're doing this week, what we're going to do in this series. We hope you guys love what we're covering here. Let me know if we need to make any changes about what we're doing up here, because it seems like the stream has been a little jumpy. We can always do it downstairs next time. But like I said, we want you guys to come swing by and see the museum. We've got some, like I said, brand new exhibits that we put in that I know our staff have been working real hard on. There's some pretty cool ones that are going to go up. Obviously, keep an eye on the Facebook page. We'll keep putting up those great puzzles. If there's anything you want us to make a puzzle of, you let me know. We'll make sure we get a picture of it and we can get that out there. And then if you see any articles or anything about the row, definitely do let us know. We love sharing those so people can know what's going on here. We definitely love to see you guys swing by here. And thanks so much. You have a great day. Bye.